Welcome to Extra. I'm Georgia Lash, and in this month of Halloween, this isn't a trick, but it's a treat to have our SCTV news anchor, Norma Taylor, joining me this month.
Well, this could be a little scary, since every week I deliver news stories Sun City needs to hear. But at Extra Georgia, you bring expanded coverage of these broadcast features so our neighbors can get a little bit more detail. So let's get started with the delicious and tasty story that you brought us.
Bring on the Buckeye Group and their annual tradition, the Pancake Breakfast. This event is pancakes with a purpose. It's always fun to get behind the scenes at this fundraiser.
Ron, I don't know if it's the smell of maple syrup in the air, but the Pancake Breakfast is like my annual welcome to fall.
Right.
So thank you for doing this.
Sure.
How long has this tradition been going?
I just found out we started in 2006. So this is our 18th year. Yes.
A lot of pancakes.
A lot of pancakes. We started at 5 o'clock this morning, and at 8 o'clock we started serving, and we're open till 11:30.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't gotten my breakfast yet. Now, this is a major fundraising event for your group. Who's our recipients this year?
Our recipients this year are the local responders in Beaufort and Jasper County, the fire and the police. And we also have an auction. A lot of that money goes to there too. So after we pay our bills, the rest of the money all goes to the fire and police here locally.
Well, I saw a ton of traffic coming in as I was coming in today. You're going to have a great day. We're going to go catch some of the action that's happening here with the flippers and the people enjoying this. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Rhonda, we pulled you away from a big old line at the door. They're coming in.
Boy, I'll tell you what, there was a line starting even before it started at 8 o'clock. So isn't that wonderful?
It is. This is a beautiful event. And I have to say, you know, we love when we can do charity events that are fun for us. But the one iconic thing about covering this story for a few years now is when I walk in, I don't see a ticket price. Why is that?
Well, in this one, it is truly a donation that helps support our local emergency responders. And if you put a set ticket price on it, a lot of times that's all people will give. And what we have found out about Sun City here is that our residents are extremely supportive of our local emergency responders. So it allows them to give probably even more than they would if they went to a local restaurant for those pancakes.
That's right. We're getting home cooking here, too. All right. With that Buckeye love. Now, we can't let this go without really giving credit to all those volunteers that have helped you to put this together. Every year we see it. Give us a shout out for how many and what does it take?
We've been working, volunteers, the board, as well as volunteers have been working to organize this for more than a month. And so between the silent auction, coordinating it with the car club, there's wonderful cars out there as well. And then this morning, there was probably 30 people here at 5 a.m. So got to start that bacon early.
And it smells wonderful. It's great. It's a team effort. The Buckeye Group does so much. Thank you so much for inviting us to be here.
Thank you so much for being here and allowing us to help support our local emergency responders.
Okay, I'm here where the action is. This is where the money shot is. Watching those pancakes. This man is like a machine. This is Nick. Nick has got that. Is it all in the arms, Nick?
No, it's in the fingers.
It's in the fingers. Okay, the secret's in the fingers.
Yeah, if I pull this thing, the handle too tight, you're good. The bottom falls out.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is science here.
Yeah.
How do you know when to turn them?
Bubbles.
Bubbles, looking for the bubbles. Okay, so we got pancake bubbles. These are beautiful. They're all nice and golden brown. How many of these are you going to cook today, guys?
We cooked 2,200 last year.
2,200 pancakes, and we've got bacon and sausage going? Oh, sausage is going. All right.
Now we have some bacon. You want some bacon?
No,
Some?
sure.
Absolutely.
Look I'm getting a sneak peek here.
Sneak peek. You get one too.
Okay. Thank you.
Way to go.
This is the way to be, place to be. Make sure you always get to the Buckeye Pancake Breakfast.
Those stacks of pancakes brought in stacks of cash. We checked in with the Buckeyes, who told us this year's contribution will be $8,000, benefiting local firefighters and police.
Well, I was there, and not only did I have the pancakes, but I had the bacon and I had the sausages. And I am so glad that that Buckeye breakfast was a sweet success.
Now, as we move along, you may be unaware that Norma is responsible for getting our Sun City News events scheduled for coverage. Norma, you've always got your eye on what's important for our Sun City neighbors to hear, and you got it just right by scheduling the 9/11 ceremony. Tell us about that.
Who doesn't remember where they were on September 11th, 2001? Here in Sun City, the poignant memories of each 9/11 anniversary are commemorated by the Shalom Club in collaboration with our Sun City Veterans Association. Reporter Chris Chase was there.
9/11 means so much to so many people, and we're here today for a program put on by the Shalom Club that's going to have definite people talking about definite events. Now, Etta, what exactly is going on today in the presentation?
In the presentation today, we're really going to be welcoming people and letting them know that it's a good place to be together, unified after all of the events that, we have to sit and remember that we hope would never have happened. We have a wonderful gentleman, a 95-year-old gentleman named Dave Griffith, who is a 42-year volunteer fire department chief, who's going to be ringing the bells, which signifies, it's called the 4x5s, or 5x4s, one or the other, I forget. But each one, as they do it, kind of commemorates a fireman that was his last call. And unfortunately, there were a whole lot of them after 9/11. We have a gentleman, Gary Hundermark. He has a little bit different spin. His concerns were more about his family back in New Jersey than himself. So he has a little different perspective. We have the Suntones, who are going to be doing some music for us. And we have the Color Guard. We have Elizabeth Garisiak. She's going to be doing the Star Spangled Banner for us today, too.
To this day, I remember everything that happened that day. I did not write down notes for this talk. It's all there. It's embedded in my memory. I have a lapel pin up here that I've worn with every suit and every sport jacket in the past 22 years. It's a symbol of the World Trade Center. My son, who's standing in the back of the auditorium, doesn't admit it, but he was impacted too, but he doesn't show it too much. My daughter, she was really impacted. She had several visits to the World Trade Center, and she had always envisioned herself working at the World Trade Center. That was her goal. And she had visited me on Daughter's Day and had been to the tops and the bottoms of both Twin Towers, etc. So she knew everything there. She was for about a year, she would make all sorts of drawings of the Twin Towers. At her request, we ended up putting a mural of wallpaper in her bedroom, floor to ceiling, wall to wall. It was a scene of the New York skyline at night with the Twin Towers. And that mural was in her room when we sold the house in 2016. My daughter is now 33 years old, married with 3 kids. In her house, she has lots of photos of family and her 3 children. She also has, when you walk in from the garage, 3 framed photographs on the wall. 2 are scenes of the New York skyline with the World Trade Center, one at daytime and one at night. And then the third one, which is kind of moving. It's a picture of a flag with a pocket watch on it. And the pocket watch time is set to 9/11. So just to let you know, how does it impact people?
Every year the 9/11 ceremony gets bigger and better. Norma, thank you for bringing that story to our attention.
And speaking of stories, Georgia, you attended what I'm guessing is going to become an iconic Sun City event. Such fun. Tell us about it.
The Art in Bloom show is only in its second year, but it's drawing large attendance, spectacular displays, and audience approval. I met with the organizers from the All About Art Club and the Avant Gardeners to learn how this show takes shape.
The second annual Art in Bloom show is about to begin, and we're fortunate to meet with the powers behind this show that make it all happen. Kate, Art in Bloom once again is happening. It's such a beautiful collaboration between your club and the Avant Gardeners. But our residents, as a new show, may still need to be reminded, what's the uniqueness of this event?
Well, I think it's very unique in that it is a collaboration. Not only the Avant Gardeners and the Art Club, but we also have members of the Music Guild that are performing, and we have food. It's 2 days long, and I really think the uniqueness is that we have really pulled in a lot of clubs to work together to present this.
Oh, that's the beauty of Sun City.
It is.
Not as beautiful as these pairings are, though. So, and how many entries do we have this year?
We have 14, and that's really what we can accommodate physically. I don't think we can grow any.
14 beautiful things to absorb. Thank you for inviting us in.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Jan, this is the second year for Art in Bloom, and last year's reviews of the 2022 show raved about this show. What was the reaction of your membership?
Our membership was as surprised as everybody because, first of all, they didn't know what they were getting into, our artists. And then when they saw it, they said, oh, I got to do that next year. So they were pleasantly surprised.
Ah, okay, that's good news. That's what you want to hear for a show. Now, remind our art residents, how do the pairings of the artist and the gardener evolve?
It's different than most other shows because, first of all, the paintings already exist. They're usually in the inventory of the artist. So the artists submit what they think. We give them guidelines, size, subject matter, color, what we'd like to see. Then I had 45 submissions, and then the core group, actually the gardeners are the main people. They're looking at paintings differently than we do. So they're looking to see, what can I design to? So they make a selection, and we have, depending on how many designers available, we only had 14 designers available, so which means we picked only 14 paintings.
Well, it's a beautiful show. It's so inspiring.
Yes.
Thank you for letting us come in to see this.
We're so happy you covered it again. Thank you so much.
After last year's premiere of Art in Bloom, how is the Avant Gardener membership? Were they more ready, more excited to participate this year now that they kind of knew what was going on?
Well, the great thing about this year is we do have more participation, but we also have some return designers and some new designers, both in the paintings as well as the floral arrangements. So we're really excited about that. And we've really seen that this year's show has kind of taken it to the next level. We have, yesterday when we were setting up, we were amazed as the designs came in and we saw the beauty of the floral design. So we're very excited this year.
You all do such a good job of encouraging your membership and coaching your membership, but we definitely want to make sure that we don't leave this without mentioning our volunteer effort. How long does this show take to put together? How many volunteers are involved?
Well, it's pretty amazing because it takes about 6 weeks from the time we select the art until the actual show. One of the designers said yesterday that was too much time because she redid her design several times. But when I was thinking about between bakers and people setting up and musicians, and we probably have 80 to 90 people involved in the show, which is just incredible.
Well, you've given us 2 days of enjoyment to come and see the show, so thank you. Thank you for letting us come in.
Thank you for joining us.
Dorothy, you are the guru of floral design. So were you able to do some training and coaching for the participants?
Well, yes, we have 2 workshops prior to the show where the designers come and we distribute the painting to them. It's random, and that's just the beginning. Half of the battle with our show is getting participants. Once you have 14 people who are willing to do this, then the process begins.
Now, okay, I'm just going to ask, is there a secret to looking at a painting and interpreting it with greenery and florals? Is it the color? Is it the texture? What's the secret?
The secret is meditation. When the designer gets her painting, meditation on the painting, collaboration with the artist, finding out what inspired her, her scenery, where she was, just her inspiration. Then it's the collaboration goes to contemplation. So now the designer is going to think about it, and she's going to go, how am I going to execute, which is the mechanics of making the arrangement. And then the last part is the creativity of it all. So it, like I said, 50% of the job is finding the willing participant. And then it goes from there.
Well, I think it's magic. It's magic.
It is magic.
And thank you for bringing the show back to us this year.
And as we announced on the news, the pairing of Mary Treadwell and Elaine Powers won the People's Choice title, with the President's Choice going to Jane Caprero and Anne Rebon.
There is no lack of creativity here in Sun City.
And there's no lack of talent and the activities that they can put that talent to use. Georgia, you always keep up with our Sun City Veterans Association. So tell us how they got their membership out for another fun event.
Our Sun City Veterans Association has a lot to celebrate. I checked in with them at their annual picnic and took the time to get a preview of their upcoming plans.
Commander Davis, it's a beautiful day to celebrate no matter what the weather says, okay? What's happening at today's picnic? How many people are we expecting? What's going to happen today?
Well, this is our annual picnic. We do it each September. This year we're expecting the largest numbers ever, about 190 people. We are going to be having some great food from Choo Choo's, if I might say that. And everybody should bring their own drinks, but we do have water. The weather is a little bit dicey, but we're confident that the good Lord's going to shine some sunshine down on us ultimately. But Friday was the National POW MIA Day. And so also today we have our own missing person table in recognition of the National POW MIA Day. So we'll be recognizing those folks that are still unaccounted for which there's about 81,000 Americans that are still unaccounted for from World War II to present.
You always, as a group, make us remember and make us think about beyond our own selves. So thank you for doing the POW MIA event today. Now, how about the rest of the year? We're sort of back on campus here, it feels like, back at school. What's some of the upcoming meetings that we'll be covering on SCTV for the vets?
Okay, so we have coming up on the 25th of October, we will have back to our monthly membership. In November 6th, we have the concert for the Veterans Day here at Magnolia Hall. On November 10th, even though it's not an SCVA solo event, we're in combination with the softball club having Veterans Day softball games on the 10th of November with hot dogs and all kinds of things on that. That's Friday.
And that will be at the Veterans Memorial Field.
The Veterans Memorial Field. We're very proud to say that. And on Saturday, the 11th of November, is Veterans Day, and we will have out here in Magnolia Hall parking lot. We will have our annual commemoration of all veterans. So we're hopeful that we might even have a little flyover. So we're not, no promises, but we're working hard on that. And then we have a membership meeting again in November, Thanksgiving, and then in December we have we'll close for the holidays and get ready to start the new year.
And then we go to winter break, and then we come back for next semester.
Next semester, that's right. Thank you. That's a great way to put it.
Now, I won't let you leave because there's always a tradition besides you recognizing the patriotism that you stir in all of us. Is there cake today?
There's not just a cake today. We have 2 cakes.
As always, that's how we end. There's cake.
And I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Now to our favorite segment, Extra Special. So this month, Norma and I are going to renew our kitchen collaboration.
Okay, I get to do the hard words here. Since we're celebrating Shocktober, we conjured up some spooktacular Halloween treats. You have got to watch us work.
It is extra special to be back in the kitchen with you again, Norma. If you don't know, besides being a perfect journalist, you excel and are known for your deviled eggs. I'm going to start off right away by saying you put the devil in deviled eggs. So this might be appropriate.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Appropriate?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you are the witch. Wow, that fits you to a T, girl. Hard time.
Well, looks like you did a good job on that. So,
I made a whole bunch this way.
So we start with the pumpkin egg, and it's cute. But what we needed to do is Norma couldn't fill these. So what's in your filling, Norma, as I start to turn this into a little more pumpkin by using gel food coloring, and I'm going to start with orange. And I'm going to give it quite a bit.
Okay.
If you'll let me have an egg white. Okay, you grab one. Our hands are clean. Enough. Okay, so we want to just get that glob of pumpkin in there. Maybe a little less, but we're going to get that orange in there. We're going to smooth it down. Okay, and then I'm going to take a skewer and I'm just going to press down to get my pumpkin ridges. What is this?
Yes.
Okay, then for the top stem, you can take whatever handy you have, a pickle, a cucumber skin. You could take, these are poblano peppers, and just cut them into the shape of the stem. There you go, you got a little pumpkin. Now, we're going to go on to our second one, which is a little spookier, Norma.
I think this is adorable.
We're making a spider deviled egg. Okay, so we're starting off with the regular deviled egg, and you're going to take what they call a large black olive. Used to be when I was growing up, they were much bigger than this. So you're going to take and slice that in half. So you have the half, and you're simply going to put it on. I'm going to do mine this way. Just kind of poke it in to the filling.
Okay.
And I think we're going to need to probably put them down, and we're going to add legs. So for the legs, what you actually could do is take the half that you didn't use for the body, and I thought instead of slicing it this way, I went longitudinally to make them a little bit longer legs.
Longer legs.
I'm going to start grabbing this with the tweezers to just kind of help me balance. And just going to poke it in your filling.
Well, I'll do it just with my hand.
4 on each side.
Oh, aren't they cute? They are cute.
They are cute.
What do you
They are
think?
cute.
Are they?
So we have to have a finale here. These are our Bloody Mary eye eggs. Okay, and so you start off at the very initial stages of a deviled egg with the hard cooked egg. All right, and what you're going to do is you're going to try to create a veiny effect. You want a little vein coming through there with different tones. So I decided to do red, and you need to use a lot of food coloring. What you're going to do is you're going to take your spoon, and you have the hard cooked egg, and you're just going to start cracking it. So you're just going to do that. After you've got that done, you put them into a bowl, submerge them in water, you add your food coloring, and saturate it. Really saturate that food coloring. I used red with a couple drops of blue, just to give it like a purple dimension. There's 2 drops, but I mean we're talking a big bowl of water. Okay, so what you end up with is an egg that looks like this. You're going to cut it in half like you normally do for your deviled egg. So you're going to take your half, and that's what the top looks like with the little ring of red. And I made filling, and I made mine pretty simple because it's coming through a pastry bag. So this is a neon green food coloring in here that I used. And you're just going to squeeze that in there so it just becomes this big goopy eye. Okay, so now we're going to add the cornea and the iris, or the iris and the pupil. All right, so we're going to take, and I just cut little circles out of a slice of Swiss cheese, and then a little circle out of pepperoni. That's the center of my little eye. Oh, geez. So we're using writing gel, and that's going to be your glue. That's going to hold on the pupil. So what we're going to do now is we're calling them Bloody Marys, right? I have a little bit of the Bloody Mary in this shot glass. These are culinary pipettes. So they're little tubes. They make them in different shapes. They're cheap. You get them in like a little. So what you then do is you take whatever liquid you're using. For example, in this case, the Bloody Mary. You put the stem down in. You squeeze. You let go. The liquid begins to come up into the top, unless you squeeze too hard. Okay, see, and you get your liquid in there, and it stays like that. It's not going to drip. Okay, so then what you do is when you're serving something like this, you put the pipette in there. Yeah. And what you tell them is you have the option. You can squeeze this over for some flavoring. Maybe after you took a bite, a little more, or just little shot for your guests. So you've got 3 ways to make spooktacular eggs. Here's to a spooktacular. Spooktacular. Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Enjoy your eggs. Well, that's extra for October. I'm Norma Taylor. Thanks for letting me co-host and get in the kitchen with you once again, Georgia. Always fun.
Thank you, Norma. You're always welcome. Now, thanks everyone for watching. Please join us again next month as we bring you extra coverage of stories and features from Sun City TV. You can always catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to subscribe for easy viewing.